Coming to you live as you look behind me, we're at the Trump National Golf Course up here in Jupiter, Florida. And you know what? This video, we're going to discuss Donald Trump. Now, December 25th, 2014, I'm sitting at Donald Trump's mansion for Christmas dinner. And as we're sitting there with the top 1% of everyone, all the club members from around the world enjoying their Christmas dinner, the man himself walks into the grand ballroom to come around from table to table to congratulate everybody for coming to his mansion, for having a nice Christmas dinner, and to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And when I stood up, when he came to our table, I had Jules Brassner there, God rest his soul, dear friend Rosemary, as he came to the table, and I stood up and I shook Donald Trump's hand. I said, you know what, Donald, you need to do something with the United States of America. You need to do something. He says, you're going to see a lot of things happening here this following year. And you know what? And he also said, I love your hair. Well, you know what, Donald? That was a compliment that I will never forget. And a year later, when his daughter Ivanka came here in New York and introduced him as a candidate for the United States of America, everybody thought it was a joke. They thought that Donald Trump was going to be Mr. Comedy Hour. They were all laughing. They all thought that, you know what, the reality star, The Apprentice, it's never going to happen. You got 16 other candidates that were politicians. Well, you know what? As they all laughed at him and they all stood there at the debates, he stood there and said, you know what? This is how it goes in America. He told it the way it is. And one by one, as the candidates dropped off the podium, as they dropped out of the race, and eventually there was only one, Donald Trump. You know, I was down at his Boca Raton, down there at the rallies that he was having, dressed up in a shirt, jacket, and a tie. We're drinking champagne, we're eating caviar. That's how a Donald Trump rally goes. When you watched it on TV, the media was against him. They're showing all the ugliness of the protesters from Sanders, the protesters from Clinton. You know what? While the rest of us are walking in like old English gentlemen, enjoying the view as the helicopter circles around, as the rock star himself lands and comes to the event like never before. This is how Donald Trump runs. Now, you got the anti-Bush people. They were all saying, you know what, we don't want Donald Trump. They did everything against him. When you're the top of the mountain, you're trying to knock him down. Well, you know what? As Mr. Sunshine has been going from his mansions to his clubs, showing everybody the lifestyle of Donald Trump, and as he told it, there's so much wrong with the United States of America, he's going to fix it, okay? And that's why the world is terrified of Donald Trump. They are upset. They're scared because not only the politicians in America that are saying, oh my God, we got to get rid of our books. We better burn all of our paperwork because he's going to see how much we're spending on government waste and how much you're going to spend on limousine rides and all your expense accounts. Donald Trump is going to fire us. That's how it's going to go. And the world leaders, they're all getting terrified. They're saying, oh my God, the free ride is over. The American patsies that have been giving us money all these years, it's not going to be coming anymore. The money is going to get cut off with Donald Trump. And what do? We take him all the way up right into the Republican Committee convention. And as he accepts the nomination, as the place runs wild, as everything is what's happening, the United States people have spoken. Okay? No, not Cruz, not the delegates, not anybody. They told it the way it was, and that's how it's going to be. So fact of the matter is this. We're going to watch Donald Trump take it right up to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Hillary, Sanders, and the Rustians, you better get with the program because when the Trump train comes, he's going to mow it all down. He's not only the best looking man, he's the best dressed man. He's got long limousines. He's got jet airplanes. He's got the biggest house on the biggest side of town, and that's how it goes. Whether you like it or not, he's the best thing going today. Woo!